Here we go. Yeah, not too bad for a bedhead, huh? Hey, hey. Let's see. Oh, that kind of works. Kind of works. Feels better anyway. So, hello, hello. I know that those of you who are tuning in live right now on, checking the date, Thursday, October 10th, 2024, that this is a bit of an unusual time for me to do a TikTok live, but here's the fun thing. I'm always saying here's the fun thing. That's kind of my jam, is that 2 o'clock in the afternoon East Coast time maybe is a time where I might meet some new people who've never heard of Destination Decluttered and me, Beth, thrifty discount DJs. No, the decluttering life coach. So I like to keep things fun. Even the things that are not particularly fun, like some people may say, of decluttering, you know? So I just want to offer to you. So welcome everybody, folks that might know me here via the TikToks, and those of you who are like, who the heck is this woman who's showing up who says she can help me with my clutter, but she's never been to my house. She doesn't know. Oh, honey, I know. I know what it's like because I grew up in a cluttered house, and up until, I don't know, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 12, I don't know. I used to be so much more cluttered than I am now. Now, I wish I had learned what I'm about to teach you through just chatting on this TikTok. I wish I had learned a lot of this stuff earlier in my life. I'm not going to get it wrong. Hey, Oceanana1, and I saw Cat Mama is signing up, so folks knew when I was going to show up. Lori Hannah, nice to see you too. Maybe this is, oh, here, Lori Hannah, this is for you. Let's see what it says.
You create your reality.
Ooh, you create your reality. This is my Jen Sincero badass thing. You create your reality. It's true. It's true. I'm looking around at the reality I created, and I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of psyched. You know? So there we go. All right, so let me help you out here. I'm a decluttering life coach. I work with clients one-on-one through paid coaching. That's my main gig. But I do these TikTok lives to get to know you in case you want to maybe, have me be your coach. But in the meantime, I like to help because I know coaching, one-on-one coaching may not be for everybody. So somebody just said, and I will see if I can find it, something, how about this? Help. All right, what do you need help with? We got to get more specific. Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. And if you hear any weird noises besides my singing, we have somebody working on the roof today, so who knows what's going to happen. How can I help you with your clutter? What is something specific? Pacific, Atlantic. What is something specific you are struggling with clutter-wise? Now, you may not know it off of the top of your head. That's okay. I am in no rush. I will wait for you. And then you pop it in the comments. It'll give us something fun to talk about. Every TikTok live is different. Robin, nice to see you. Very cool. Where to start? How to organize a declutter. Okay, Mars, let me help you with this. How to start. Now, I will say this. I call my coaching Destination Decluttered, because I often say start at the destination and kind of work backwards in a way. Like, you don't know what to do unless you know what you're aiming for. So we'll get to that in a moment. But the more I coach, the more I realize that it's really important for me to mention starting right here. Now, if you're not watching, you guys who are out decluttering, my hand is on my heart, as it often is. And no, I'm not pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, body of Christ, amen. No, I'm saying start here. Start with your nervous system. Now, your sister may be feeling nervous if you're like, I don't know where to start. Shh. I was talking today with a one-on-one client. Let me help you with this. Think about when you get freaked out or spooked or something distracts you. I'm wicked jumpy. It's just how I'm wired. But after that initial jump, I realize when there's nothing to be worried about, I can calm myself down. So if you are in a frantic state, frantic city, calm down your nervous system. Now, how do you do that? Just think of the word down. Feel free to write this down. Sit down, quiet down, breathe down, feet down on the floor, shoulders down. Breathe down into the bottom of your lungs. Slow down that breathing in and slow down the breathing out. Maybe you soften your eyelids and you quiet them down. Maybe it's too busy. Like if it was totally distracting here with the guy on the roof, I might say I'm going to go do my TikTok live in my car where I can quiet down. I can put up the windows. I can lock the doors. I'm not disturbed. So where you start is in here. Before you make any kind of plan ever for anything, make sure that you're feeling okay. If you're feeling frantic and disrupted or dysregulated, as they say in the biz, work with that first. Now, once you've done that, now I see a bunch of things. Once you get into that, then you can start with your destination. 3 wicked easy questions to ask yourself, everybody. What do I want my home to look like? Now, I say my home, but another down to help you get started is to chunk things down. I don't know how I want my whole home to look, so pick one room. A chunk of your house is a room. How do I want this room to look? And you write that down. Here's our 2 other questions to get further specific. Get specific. How do I want my home or room to look? How do I want that room to function? Now, I love mentioning this because this is one of the benefits of decluttering, is when you declutter, you will make your house easier to live in and easier for you to do the things you want to do and have to do. So to me, even if you just say, I want it to be easier for me to do whatever I do in that room in there. Important to note that, because what you write down is what you can create in your life. What was that thing it just said? You create your own reality. And then the third one that I always mention last, but it is the most important, once again, my hand is on my heart, is how do I want to feel in that room of my house? Look, function, feel, LFF. It doesn't make anything good. I don't know. Look, function, feel. Write that stuff down, and now you know what you're aiming for. Okay? Nervous system, destination, write whatever comes up out of you, write it down. That's how you get started. There we go. Oh man, Karen is putting everything back after preparing for Milton's surge and decluttering at the same time. Yes. Use every excuse possible to declutter. Maybe you're realizing, wow, I have a lot of stuff that if I lost it in a hurricane, I would not need it. So use any opportunity that comes up as an opportunity for you to decrease the amount of stuff in your home. I just did a TikTok video. Actually, my closet is right there. I get two very small closets here. And I was realizing that this week, damn it, is when it started to get cold. Can you feel my hands? I'm always like, feel my hands, they're freezing. Now is the time of the season, which is what I said in my video that I haven't posted yet. This is the time of the season for me to go from short sleeve black t-shirts to long sleeve black t-shirts. Now, part of me wanted to go out and buy some new ones, but I said, before I do that, let me go through the ones I have now. And I did that, and I was switching over my clothes. And even when I was switching over the clothes, I may not be decluttering a lot because I don't have a lot to declutter. But I did pull out a certain sweatshirt that I thought was cute, but I'm just not wearing it anymore. I pulled 2 long sleeve t-shirts off that I knew before even trying them on, that I recalled that last year they were a little bit too short and a little bit too tight. So those 3 items I put in a always ready decluttering donation bag that hangs on the back of our bedroom door. It's just one of those like plastic bags from like a kitchen bag with the loops on it that you can tie. We just hang it on a hook. And when my husband and I, after I do this TikTok live, I have to shower, and then I have to go pick up something near where the mall is near us. Now I know from going through my clothes now that I do want a few more long sleeve black t-shirts. It's literally my outfit. I wear it all the time in this kind of weather. Keeps me warm, easy to pick out. I want to get some more tops. I know this for a fact because I went through, and after I decluttered them, I only have like 5, and I don't want to always be wearing the same ones over and over again, and they're looking a little bit worn. But I use the opportunity to change my clothing to declutter. So use the opportunities you have to declutter, okay? Now, I'm backing up here. Whoops. Okay, this happens to me sometimes, okay? So Trixie, I love a parade. I hit your name by accident as I was scrolling. So hi, nice to meet you. I am going to, I think, send you a message. I think that's how it works. I only did that because it's the only way I know how to stop that message from taking up my whole screen. Okay, so nice to meet you. I didn't mean to sing you a row. Okay, and I've got some good things here. Okay, so user 9343344362370 says, doesn't that just roll off the tongue? I set goals for myself. I find I love every item and I feel bad if I part with them. Okay, so to me, let me help you with this. Decluttering is decision making. Decluttering, decision making. You go through all your things and you legit love every single one of them. That is decision making. You are deciding each item. Yes, I love this. This goes in the should I stay or should I go pile. This is in the should I stay. It stays with me. I don't want to get rid of it. There's nothing wrong with that. The process of decluttering allows you to be in touch with the things you have, to just say, okay, today, October 2024, do I still love all this stuff? If the answer is yes, then find a way to display those things, to use those things, and be cool with it. Okay? Now, my thought is always, do you really love all those things? Now, again, I am just asking you a question so you can ask yourself. I do not have the answers for you. You've got the music in you. You have the answers in you. If you love all your stuff, that's cool. That's what we're going for. Clutter is not the good stuff. Let me repeat that. Clutter is not the stuff you love. Clutter is the stuff you don't like anymore, or you don't like. Because if you don't love it, you don't like it. Clutter is the stuff you don't like, but you're afraid to get rid of. Ooh, check me out. You're afraid to get rid of it. There is tension created by clutter. Clutter is the stuff that part of you says get rid of it and part of you says keep it. Should I stay or should I go now? If you wanted it and you loved it and you kept it, there's no tension. If you don't like it and you let it go, there's no tension. There is tension when two tribes go to war. Money's all that you can score, right? Okay. Now, Robin says, I was so focused on the deep declutter that I totally ignored the surface. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Think about it. When you're diving deep and getting deep, all of a sudden you look up and you say, oh my gosh, I have nothing to wear. I have no food to eat. It might happen. No big deal. No big deal. But when you're focused on something, that's a good place to be. Those of us who, I don't want to say struggle with ADHD, those of us who it takes a while for us to get simmered down to focus know how great it feels once you focus. Focusing on things is something you can practice. You can get better at focusing things. Okay? I love this. Cat Roby says, hey-oh, yes please, time to get away from the desk, put my Beth blinders on, that's what they call it, and go to the laundry. Yeah, I have laundry to do. I got laundry in the dryer. I got to fold myself too. So we all have stuff in our houses. Unless you're naked and you live in a box, you've got stuff in your house. Make sure the stuff in your house is stuff you actually like. Make sure that the stuff in your house is stuff that works well. No dull knives, no, towels that don't absorb, no clothing that makes you feel crappy. Make sure that the stuff in your house is something that you want to allow in. And if you don't want it there, no matter how long it's been camping out there, if you don't want it anymore, you can send it it's going its way. Okay? So welcome all the new people. I'm supposed to say welcome all the new people. So hey, my name is Beth, Destination Decluttered. I do this all the time. This is like my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things, okay, is helping people with what they're struggling with. It's how I'm wired. And I realized that one of the things that a lot of people struggle with, that I used to struggle with, but I worked on, and now I'm so much better at it, but I've always kind of had this, is creating order out of chaos. No matter personally, professionally, all the places. If you are in a chaotic environment, you will probably feel better with some order in it. Hey, Christine, nice to see you. I see your nice little stuff there. Yay, thank you for liking the lives. If anybody likes what I say, I guess I'm supposed to say, I get these prompts from TikTok that kind of bug me because I know what to do, but to just shut TikTok up, I will offer. If you like what I'm doing, please, what do we do? Like, do we follow here? I can never remember. Follow my TikTok page, Destination Decluttered. All right, now I think we'll get that out of the way. Okay, K-pop drama love, nice to see you. As cleaning out my storage, I drew a layout of boxes and took photos each time to know what to do next. Wonderful idea. Great, as I like to say, great tool to have in your toolkit. Okay, good day, Cynthia. Nice to see you. Bloop. All right, I'm backing up here, you know. Exactly, strong silver soul sister. Yeah, I would declutter tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. Do. That's one of the. You know what? I'm gonna write down. Make my husband listen to me like I'm bossy. I'm kind of bossy. Okay, Cliff. Learn opening riff to This Charming Man. He is this charming. Thanks for the Gen X. I'm so Gen X. It's not even funny. Okay, I love it. Kat Roby says, thanks to the members only email, today's live is in my calendar. Yeah. Okay, so Kat, just so you know, in case you haven't checked, you know, that place where the schedule is, I changed the time for tomorrow's TikTok live. Okay, everybody, I'm having a TikTok live tomorrow. It's going to start about 20 minutes earlier than I thought or something. Check on the place that I send you where the schedule is, because I was able to sign up for a strength training class, and I'm trying to train get stronger. I realized when I was traveling how much I want to work on being stronger so I can easily lift my luggage and stuff. But tomorrow's TikTok live is a different start time than it was earlier this week, because I rarely do that, but I knew I would much rather spend as much time with you guys as I can and do my schedule, my class, so I shifted that. But thank you, Kat. Yes, I do have, I forgot to mention that too, a Destination Decluttered email mailing list. You can sign up for that at destinationdecluttered.com. That's my website. All you need to do is put your email in there. It's free. And then you immediately get access to a couple of cool things. And actually, I'm going to check my calendar because I just realized this. Because today is what, Friday? No, today's Thursday already. So, yeah, so you'll know when I do my TikToks, at least a week in advance. So you can put them on your calendar. You will also know when I do my once a month fun stuff for the people on the members only list. That's the mailing list, members only, the jackets, remember? Sunday the 13th, this coming Sunday, I'm having a decluttering party. Now, it's not at my house. It's on Zoom. It's at your house and your house and your house and your house. We're all going to get together, clock into Zoom. Then we're going to be like, okay, what are you working on? What are you working on? Okay, you go do it for 20 minutes. Let's go. I set the timer. And then I'm like, hey, everybody, okay, let's do a check-in. Wicked fun. And it's a great opportunity. If you've been dragging your feet on decluttering something, you're going to have community. You're going to have people who are kind of like, we're all dragging our feet to the decluttering party. So if you're interested in that, it's only for people on the mailing list. So get on the mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. Clutter is stuff you don't want to deal with. Yeah, says Dr. Mimi03. Totally. Oh my God, I sound like Moon Unit Zappa. Now I've got Valley Girl going through my head. Yeah. I like to get curious as to why you don't want to deal with it. What are you afraid of? I always go in with the premise of where is the fear? What is it that you're afraid of that stops you from dealing with it? So that's what I love. Yeah, clutter is a decision. Stuff I can't make a decision about. You can make the decision, technically. You can make it. You just don't wanna at this point. You know? So just get curious about that. YM. Okay, Lake Place is in pure chaos and disorder. Wasn't that? No, now I'm thinking pure energy. Pure energy. I can't remember the name of the band. That was like that one-hit wonder. I want to know what you're thinking. Any of my Gen Xers, please put it in the comments. When I scroll, I'll get to it. I am in pure chaos and disorder. All right, Lake Place. How would you rather feel? Let's start with that. What's the opposite of where you are now? Here's a fun party trick. When you're trying to figure out where to go, it can help to realize where you don't want to go. I know, like on vacation, I don't want to go anyplace cold. I'm already too cold right now. I've got a lap blanket on. I had to put a heating pad on my feet last night. This is not the weather I like. So when I decide where to go, it's usually someplace warm. Now, I say this in the same spirit of decluttering, is if you are feeling a certain crappy way, pure chaos and disorder, on the other hand, there's an opposite to that. What is the opposite of pure chaos and disorder? In your words, when you can easily identify how you don't want to feel, the opposite of it is how you do want to feel. You know? Lake Place says, I desperately need help. Do you have any availability for an urgent session? I say this with so much kindness, but no, I don't. I do not. It is really hard to do things when you're in a situation of desperateness, urgency. What I want to suggest to you is, now I don't know if you are dealing with, I don't know what you're dealing with, but what I will say is the best thing you can do is to take care of yourself, to get yourself out of that emergency fight or flight type of energy, and work on your nervous system, and know that at the end of the day, this is seriously, guys, this is one of the reasons I work with clutter. At the end of the day, it's all just stuff. It is. No matter who gave it to you, know how much it costs, it's all just freaking stuff. The most important thing to me is your nervous system, is you feeling okay. All the rest of it is crap. So Lake Place, I say this to you with kindness from one person to another. Keep yourself feeling okay. Get yourself to safety if you are in an unsafe situation. And no, I don't do one-offs. I have a consultation that people sign up for to determine if we can work together. And also know that decluttering, you didn't get cluttered in a day. You might be at a crisis situation right now, but this has been building for a long time. You build it up, it's going to take a while to knock it down. I also only work on a 10-session package. That's a 1-hour session once a week for 10 weeks in a row. I have clients on their first session, their second, or first package, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I have people who it takes a while for them to get it. So I hope you're okay, Lake Place, but no, I do not respond to emergencies like that. There's 911 for that if it's something really bad. And I say that in the kindest way, okay? Now, let me see what else we have here. All right. Now, the Maria Ramirez, excuse me, I'm tumbling. Generational trauma keeps me from tossing things. Family of hoarders. Okay. I get it. I come from a family of collectors, and they probably could be defined as hoarders as well. Yeah, that's the generations behind me. What generation do you want to be, Maria? Do you want to also be a generation of hoarder, or do you want to stop that and be the generation that changed the direction of that? I'm working with a one-on-one client right now, and she said to me, working with you has changed the trajectory of my family. This clutter and this hoarding ends with me, and I'm not going to hoard or clutter, and I'm going to show the younger generations a better way to live that's not hoarding. Okay? I get generational. I can, I don't want to go toe to toe and be like, oh yeah, well I grew up more tough than you, blah, blah, blah. What I mean is we all have our stories as to why we are the way we are. Facts, feelings, opinions, words in our heads. You can change the words in your head, and you will change your life, and you'll change your stories. Okay? So, I love it. Oceanana says, Beth, I had you sitting next to me on my couch this morning. Here I am sitting on the couch, going through a bag of clutter. Yeah, feel free. As I know one person will get this riff here, Strong Silver, so hear my voice in your head and think of me kindly. Yeah. Use what I say. Bring it with you. I say these things to share them. I don't gatekeep. What I say to you is you can do this. Information Society, thank you for spreading sunshine. I just saw that. Yes, your voice in my head. See, I didn't even know it. It was a voice in your head. I kind of knew it was the voice in my head because I technically wasn't sitting next to you on the couch. If I was, that's weird because I was actually at my own house doing stuff. But yeah, notice, thank you. Information Society, Cat Mama said it as well. You know? All right. Nicole Robertshaw 6 says, my husband phoned hoarders on me and they called him back for an interview. Okay, yeah. You can do that. See, I used to think I wanted to be like on TV and all that. This tiny screen right here with TikTok and when these are recorded on YouTube, it's enough. That's all I want to be in front of the camera. I've done it long enough in my life through other things. I like to be behind the scenes. So you can go on Hoarders. You can do all this stuff in public. I prefer the comfort and privacy of my own home, you know? And there we go. I love it. I love it when my Gen X people are showing up. Yeah, I think I have that 12-inch and extended play. Exactly. Strong Silver Soul Sister. Yeah, the Smiths. Yeah. Jen is saying, and you're welcome, Jen. Jen is saying, thank you for bringing a breath of compassion and reason into my life. If there is anything I am compassionate and I love reason. And you know why I love reason? Is because it comes from a different part of your brain. When we are all in a tiz, as I like to say, like all worked up, all nervous system, all it's really hard to think clearly. I can think clearly now, the tiz is gone. I can think clearly now, and you know how you do that? You can think more clearly, you can feel better by calming down your nervous system. I think I started telling this story earlier in this TikTok live, and I probably distracted myself from something else. But I was on a one-on-one client call today with a client, and she was there, and it was so cute because she had her cat with her at one point, and then I said, okay, well, you know, sorry, kitty, mama's got to go. She's got to go, like, write some stuff down because she's in coaching. So she put her cat down, and then in the corner of the screen, because we work on Zoom, was a little black thing. And I was like, is that a dog nose? And she said, yeah. So we talked about her dog for a while. And I talked about how calming down your nervous system is like having a pet or a little kid that gets, startled or is afraid of something. They're afraid something bad's going to happen. What was that? The unknown. I don't know. When that happens to your dog or your cat, like their hackles go up. You know, and you look around and you say, there's nothing to worry about. And you calm them down. And you give them nice soothing measures and you calm them down, and then they start to relax, and then their breathing returns to normal. Doing this with yourself allows your brain to shift gears from the one that's just trying to get the hell away from something that's dangerous to the place that says, this is safe. You're okay. Reason. I could say a lot about this right now, but I'm going to hold my tongue. What I mean is, when you are in a fearful way of thinking, you're not using your best brain. Being reasonable and compassionate and kind helps you quiet down that voice and turn up the volume of your love and reason in you. All right? So thank you, Jen, for letting me know that what I'm doing is being heard and appreciated. It's a two-way street. I found love on a two-way street and lost it on a lonely highway. I'm Gen X. I burst into song all the freaking time. Okay? Now, Vicky says, I'm going through boxes that I didn't even know what was in there. Yeah. Okay? I have moved them 4 times. Yes. Notice the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's in the box, so you're afraid to open it up. Pandora's box. What's in the box? I don't know. Notice what you're afraid of. When you realize that there's fear behind a lot of what you do, you can work with that. You have info to work on. Information Society. You have stuff to go work on. But when you are, if you're afraid of the unknown, one of the opposites of unknown is known. Open up the box. you may be surprised at what you find. So many people have tuned into my TikTok lives and said, I was so afraid to open that box. I had carried around for years, and then I opened it up and it was just a bunch of junk. You know? So notice that. Now, Ruth, hello, happy Thursday. So glad I jumped on TikTok. Of course. Trust me, I spend TikTok. I'm on both sides of TikTok. I create content, and then I'm also happily scrolling around getting inspirations all the time, you know? I love it. Kate Kager, we were just little pups and little kitties. You are the best coach, way better than my counselor. Now, I love that. I have been told more than once, I will share with you, that I have been more helpful to people than their therapists, than their counselor. And I pretty much know I never wanted to be a counselor. I thought that was frankly very boring. I love being able to help people by being my authentic self and helping and being able to, the freedom and flexibility to speak multiple languages to help get the point across, not just have to stay in the straight and narrow. I love when I hear I can help people. And thank you for sharing that, okay? Now, Gail is saying, going through files of 2006 statements, closed to donate in the driveway, waiting for AmVet's pickups. Check you out. Good stuff. Congratulate yourself. Give yourself, as I like to say, a Tina Fey, a Liz Lemon high five. I have like a gif of that somewhere on my phone, you know. John Paul, it is so funny. So John Paul says, do you have any quick tips for those who struggle with paper clutter? I am loving paper clutter. I am, because I go through that. I have been digging out my cluttered mother for years. My dad and my mom saved so much paper, it was comical. What I want to offer to you, though, is there's nothing to be afraid of with paper clutter. A couple of big things to think of and is to just ask yourself, first of all, realize that you have habits. Habits are things you do in your life that you've repeated enough that you're just kind of on autopilot, like cruise control. I mean, you still have to steer, but you know what I mean. Is, first of all, just even noticing that you have you have habits with your paper. I guess, John Paul, the first thing I would say is just asking yourself, do these habits still make sense for me? Or are these paper habits left over from when there wasn't an internet? Are these paper habits I have left over from when I first grew up and I, was told to always keep your bank statements or something? Or does these not make sense anymore? So noticing what you do not judge it, just notice it. And then say, does this still make sense? And if it does, keep on doing it. But if it doesn't, do something about it. The other thing is, too, and notice what I'm talking about. I'm talking about kind of the history, your history of paper from today. But also today, when paper comes into your home, what's your habit then? What's your process when the mail comes? Examine those habits. Ask yourself why I'm saving this piece of paper or this category of paper, and then use that insight to do something different. Okay? Those are some quick tips for people who struggle with paper clutter. The other one, John Paul, seriously, is if you need some accountability and just a nice little loving shove, I think I heard somebody call it once, a little nudge to get started. Get on my mailing list at destinationdecluttered.com. This Sunday, October 13th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time until about 1:30 p.m., we're having a decluttering party. This means we all sign on to Zoom at the same time, and then you declutter what you want. Maybe you use this as you've carved out some time, some accountability to show up and sort through some papers that you have not sorted through yet. Sometimes that camaraderie and that putting a pin on the map and a time on your calendar may help you to show up to deal with some of your paper. So that's another thing you can do too. All right. I love it. Stacey Bond says, I had 3 boxes of my Day of the Dead items, wrapped them and condensed them into one container. Yeah, sometimes what decluttering can also help you do is to reduce the amount of space your items take up. Very cool. See, the Maria Ramirez, same, we're all, many of us are in the same boat. Gen Xers, those who are on the fringes. Don't worry, I don't keep anybody who's struggling with clutter. I can help you. But Maria's saying, I recently got rid of filing cabinets from my parents, 80s and 90s forms and taxes. Yeah, I don't like to use the word hate. I really don't like filing cabinets. I think they're ugly, they're awkward, they're heavy to move, they're tacky, and I hate them. I don't want my house to look like an office. I am required to do office-y things, but I keep the least amount of paper that I can in order to do what I need to do with them. And I bet I could easily carve 20% more of my paper out by changing my habits. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like it. No. My system works well for me. It's already habitual, so I don't have to update it. And I might change it at some point, But notice how the older generations did stuff. You have a choice. Do you want to replicate what they were doing? Or do you want to change it to make it better for you and for other people? Okay? Ruth is asking, how long will the decluttering be going on Sunday? I have a baby shower at 1:30. It can be as long or as short as you want, Ruth. Really, there's no hard and fast, no leaving early. Do what works for you. I would say this. I did this once. We did an experiment over the summer with this type of decluttering party. It was literally called a paper party. But then I realized it would be so much easier to say whatever you need to declutter. If it's paper, if it's photographs, if it's clothing, what have you, as they say. We did it for an hour this summer. And it was really beneficial, even that 1 hour. Then folks said, could we do it a little bit longer? So that's why we're experimenting with the 90 minutes. Even if you showed up for only 10 minutes, 10 minutes of decluttering is better than no minutes of decluttering. Okay? 5 minutes of decluttering is better than no minutes. Any amount of time spent decluttering is better than not doing any of it at all. Now, I say this because you would be surprised how long 5 minutes can be. You think, 5 minutes doesn't even matter, okay? It's 2:37 p.m. right now. I'm doing the math in my head. If I just sat here for 5 minutes and didn't say anything until 2:42, if we had a staring contest and the person who had to look away or blink or whatever you do, you would realize that 5 minutes can feel like a wicked long time. You can get a lot done in 5 minutes. Okay? Yeah. Mama Love P is saying, what time, where, with you? Yeah, so get on the mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. Put your name in, get on the mailing list. On Sunday, we are all signing on Zoom. Anybody who wants to join from the mailing list. Then we are going to all declutter at the same time. We're going to check in with each other. I will be there to answer questions when people are struggling. And then we have time to make a plan for next steps and a time to clean up and a time to reap and a time to sow and a time to blow your nose, whatever. And then at the very end, if you want to, I will leave the link open so people can also socialize if they want to connect up with people. Okay? Wicked easy. Now, Kirsten says, in person, I do 3 hours for my clients. Maybe I'm overgiving. Hun, I will share with you, all right? Yeah, it's going to be wicked fun, Kirsten. It is. I think it's great. You know what feels right to you. If 3 hours for your clients feels good, do it. I have based what I do on what feels good to me. I know what keeps my interest, and I know when my interest starts to wane. I know what bores me from the beginning, and I don't even start it. I get in touch with myself to say, what time feels good for me to do that? 6 a.m.? Not so much. 9 p.m.? Not so much. How about, noontime? Yeah, that feels good. So trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Now, normally, I don't mean to kind of harp on the decluttering party that we're going to do. But again, if you want to get on the mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com, let me just make sure that the thing is working correctly here. Every month, I do one free thing for the people. Okay, cool. for the people on my mailing list. Whether that's just a regular Zoom where we would sit there and chat and get to know people, or whether it's something like this. I personally think, for me anyway, but I'm going to see how it goes for my clients, is I really want to help you do this. I know what it's like to sit there and know up here that you need to do something. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then you shut off the phone and you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do this. So I am thinking for the next many monthly Zooms that we do, we may do this, but it depends on how it goes on Sunday. I want to help you get off of your butt and moving around and doing the decluttering, not just talking and wishing, hoping, and praying. Okay? So that's why I'm experimenting with that, and we'll see if it works. Okay, cool. So somebody's booked a calendar thing. Jennifer, I got your thing. I'll deal with that when I will send you the emails after that if you want to do one-on-one coaching. But in the meantime, one-on-one coaching. I might as well just quickly mention that as I did before. I work one-on-one with clients from across the country. We work on Zoom, so you can be anywhere in your house. Sometimes I'm not even home when I do my coaching. I work with wherever you are. Yeah. And one-on-one coaching is really the shortcut to get to where you want to go. Instead of figuring it out all on your own, I know how to help to get you there. I also am a really good co-pilot on this road trip called life. So I'm in the passenger seat. You're in the driver's seat. You know where you want to go. You want to go decluttered. I can help you get there. And I can help you as you start to do things you haven't done before, to change some habits, to even the habit of talking down to yourself and beating yourself up, of being judgy, stopping the unhelpful habits and starting the ones that are more helpful. I work with clients, as I said, all over the country, Monday through Friday-ish, an hour a week on Zoom. Yeah, it's paid coaching, but man, is it such a good investment in your life, because you learn a set of strategies and ways to do things that don't just make your home decluttered, but it can change your whole life however you want to change it. Okay, so if you're interested in that, go to my website, destinationdecluttered.com. There's testimonials. You can learn more about the coaching. I actually have a client of mine who said that she's going to pay $20 to the first 5 people who sign up for my coaching with me. She already sent me the money because she is loving her coaching so much. So I just offer to you that I love what I do. I may not be for everybody, but that's okay. I don't want to be for everybody. I want to work with people who want to work with me, but also want to get to where they want to go. All right? So that's enough about my one-on-one coaching, but I truly love it. I know I'm helping people, and I just want you to know that there are resources out there, and that's one of them. Yes, Christine says, woo, Carla. Yes, and it is so sweet of her. It is, because she is, man, we met yesterday. I can tell by the sound of her house that she's working on, because she's working on her hoarder mother's house. I can hear the echo in certain rooms where she's moved out the stuff that her mom struggled to and clung on to, and now that house is being emptied out so Carla can transform it into a home that she wants to live in, that is not filled with clutter, that it's filled with love and relaxation and family and friends and fun and everything else that belongs to mixed. Yeah. Oh, Christine says, check Beth's testimonials. They're legit. I'm on there. You know why, Christine? Because you're too legit to quit. Okay? So yeah, it's really cool. We have a wicked cool group of people. We've never all met each other, but this is the power of community that you can get on the internet. You know? So all sorts of good stuff. And I meant to get back to this. Ruth was saying, will there be another one in November? There might be. My hands want to go like, I'm taking the pulse. I will take the pulse. And I will see if people enjoyed it in October, we may do it again in November. Now, speaking of November and October and December, the next 3 months ahead of us, you guys, not to freak you out, but just to plant a seed. The holidays are coming up. The holidays, at least in the U.S. We've got Halloween. We've got Thanksgiving. And then we've got Christmas for me, but as I like to just include everybody, I say the December holidays. This time of year is different from any other time of year to declutter because you will be opening up boxes that may have been closed for a year. You may be struggling with, well, I don't really like grandma's china, but whatever. What do I buy people for Christmas, but I don't want to add to their clutter? I don't want any more stuff. I have too much already, but how do I tell my family I don't want gifts? I'm tired of putting up all these decorations, but I'm afraid people are going to be sad if I don't decorate. There are all sorts of decluttering things that emerge in these next 3 months that, no, it's not even next 3 months because we're already almost halfway through October. In the next 2.5 months that only come up once a year. This is a wonderful time of year to deal with clutter because you also set yourself up for a wonderful beginning of the new year. So just know if you're looking at the holidays and being like, I don't even know, I can help you with that. Okay? So just wanted to mention that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Jenny Megan says, an echo. Wow, that is huge. Yeah, I can totally hear it off of the walls. She's got hardwood floors. She's sitting there. Before, it used to be all muffled because her mom kept so many clothes. You know? Yeah, and thank you for Skate Life for letting me know that you like it when I upload these TikTok lives to YouTube. Like my channel over there too. I don't know, it might just boost it so people who don't know about me do it, but follow my TikTok live page. That would be my TikTok page here, Destination Decluttered. Now it's like Shimmering Blue Water says, if you want to stop clutter, never shop at Hobby Lobby. Yep. I've learned to, California Dreaming, it says, I've learned to avoid certain stores. It helps. Totally. I'm 100% there with you. You know? Yeah, and Crystal Blue Moon is saying, I like to have experiences now versus stuff. Me too. Me too. And notice how we change in life. At a certain time of our lives, we liked to create, we like to collect all this stuff. Do you notice all this stuff behind me? At a certain point in my life, I liked to collect that stuff. Now, I still go to places to collect things, but I don't do it as frequently as I used to. And I like experiences. I want to feel the warmth of the sun. I want to walk along a beach. I want to sleep in late. I want to relax. I want to stretch my body. You know, I don't need any more stuff, even when I go on vacation now. You know, I saved, honestly, one of my souvenirs was the map from the place that I went and got a massage and hung out in some hot springs with my friends, because that's what I want more of in my life. I don't need more tchotchkes. I want more experiences. But maybe you need to get to a certain age. Maybe you need to get to our age to realize that the stuff, it's not about the stuff, it's about how you feel. You know? Now, Susan Porter says, I immediately delete emails from favorite retailers. I love that. You know what I did? Is I did it one step further. Is I unsubscribed from them. I know they're having sales all the time. The only time I go shopping now is if I need something to fill a need. And the fun thing is, and this is more of like a money mindset thing, but allowing myself to say, even if it's not on sale, I'm going to buy it. It's a really interesting thing to realize the intersection of stuff and money in our lives. It's really, you know. Yeah, Crystal Blue Moon, same with me. I love concerts, but resist buying the merch unless it's really cool and I will wear it. 100% with me too. My husband's a musician. We've been married a wicked long time now, and I've always been a music fan. So for a while there, it was a cool thing to be like, look, I got the concert t-shirt when I saw the Eurythmics back in the 80s. Look, I got the poster from when I went and saw Matthew Sweet in the 90s. You know, oh, I got my autographed picture of whoever. Those things but I don't feel the need to always be buying the merch. But if it's something cool, yeah, I have a Low Straight Jackets shot glass I bought a bunch of years ago. We use it, you know? Yeah, Love P says, I need to let it go. It's okay to let stuff go. It feels good. If you're clenching onto something, sometimes letting it go can feel really good. Cat Mama's offering some ideas for Christmas. Food, coffee, gift cards, movies, restaurant, gas cards, etc. Yeah, things that don't take up space. Friends of mine are sending something to my mother as a thank you. And they said, can we pick her up anything? And I said, please, send her flowers. She will love them. She will enjoy them when they're there, but then they won't be something that adds to her clutter. Yeah. So Judy says, I have a question about your coaching. Cool. Do you have a set amount of sessions, or how does that work? Yes and no. Yes, in the set amount of sessions. I only work on a 10 session package. Now, typically when I begin with people, that is 1 session a week for 10 weeks in a row. Now, I say in a row, but I know life happens, so I am super flexible. If, I have something come up, you have something come up, you've got some travel scheduled, I've got some travel scheduled, we make sure that you always get your 10 sessions. Sometimes it takes longer. Many times, you guys, many times it takes longer than 10 sessions. What I say is, what you give is what you get. Isn't that like the jam? What you put into it is what you will get out of it. But sometimes it takes a while for people to get in the habit of this. They have strong, long-held feelings and thoughts about what they do, and it can take a while to release those things. So what I say to people, if this helps, is that I only work in a 10-session package. However, whenever you sign up with me, because my rates do increase, whenever you sign up for me, this is when I get funny about it, you're grandmothered in at whatever rate it was. So let's say you need some more coaching and you do another 10-session package. It's the same price it was no matter if my rates go up. The other thing too is with clients who have been with me for a while but still want that accountability, sometimes we space it out to be every other week. And then we have some clients who already are telling me that in 2025, they want to go for maybe once a month. Cool. I love that. That's almost a year, kind of weaning you off of that. The neat thing is about those people, I have one client who's been with me since last year. She's still paying the 2023 rate of whatever it was when she signed up. That is way different from my 2025 rate. So I hope that helps. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, and actually, this is interesting. Kate, who's a client, Judy says it's a set number, but you might get addicted. Yeah, you know what? It feels good to give yourself the space to quiet down all that's around you and say, this is my hour for me. What do I want? What do I need help with? What am I interested in examining? Adrian says, I understand not discussing pricing. Cool. But once I was quoted $3,000 in past. Can you give us a range? Yes. I will tell you that my 10 currently my 10 session package is definitely way less than $3,000. It is more than $750. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, but yeah. But I don't like to talk about money, and I'll tell you why. Because money brings up a lot of feelings and a lot of, I can't do it. And what I don't want to happen is for your fear of spending money to get in the way of you discovering whether coaching could really even help you or not. Because once you realize what coaching can do for you, the money may be really worth it. Because this is the deal. The way I coach, I don't want you to be my client forever. If you want to be sure I will take your money, we will hang out, that would not be a problem. I coach people so that we coach together to work at a pace that works for you. So you learn what works for you and you do more of it, and you learn what doesn't work for you and you do less of that. And you stumble and it doesn't work, but then you get back up on the horse. And I'm there with you all the time so that you learn these skills. Think about it like investing in driving lessons when you were learning how to drive. That you paid somebody for a short amount of time to teach you these things, but then you practiced them on your own, and you practiced and you got better and you got better and you got better, and that person didn't have to be in the car with you as often, and then you got your license. And then you never saw your driver's ed teacher again, but what they taught you is still in your life to this day. When you realize that what you learn in coaching will positively impact your life for the rest of your life, it's really hard to put like a number on that. But it literally will be pennies a day. Less than pennies a day. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And Cat Mama says the consultation is free. Yeah. You can ask then. Yes. But please do yourselves a favor. Don't let your fear of spending money get in the way of something that could really change your life. That's why I don't talk about money. Not because, oh, it's so expensive and you're going to be scared off, but you might be scared off. But if you realize what's in it for you, I mean, please, we've all bought cars, but we know that spending not hundreds, but tens of thousands of dollars on a car changes your life. So that's an investment, you know? Now, Jen says, so happy you had some openings. I know it's going to be life-changing and I'm ready. Okay, Jen, awesome. Because if you know it's going to work for you, it will work for you. It will work for you. Sometimes you can just trust me because I know how to do this. You have to be ready to do it. This is the beauty of me not going into your house and doing it for you. I really want to empower you to dust off and uncover the power that you have packed away in a box. Say, look what you can do. Let's dust this off. Use this power you have to do all sorts of things. And man, when you do it yourself, it is such a better feeling than when somebody else does it for you. Okay? Yeah. And you know what? I want to reassure you too, that if you are considering, and I don't mean to get all kind of technical and coachy stuff, but I really feel this is important to mention. Do not be afraid of, quote, wasting my time on a consultation if you're afraid that you cannot pay for it. Now it is, I'll tell you, it's more than $1,000. I'll give you that. Okay. But what I will say is that it is never a waste of time, your time or my time, to take the time to sit down and say, hey, yeah, what is going on in this area of my life? How does the decluttering, how could that help it? Even if people, and many people have said, no, my coaching is not for them. That is cool. I know that they got something good out of even us spending that 45 minutes to an hour on a free consultation. They got something out of that. I feel good about that. Okay? So, enough of that. Okay, if you want me to be your coach. And Christine says Beth's coaching is truly life-changing. Yes, and Christine is a client. You can read her testimony on my website. Okay? Now, I love it. California Dreamin' 66 says it's a process. Yes, it is. I started downsizing 10 years ago, and I'm still learning. Yeah, I am still decluttering as we speak. I'm also helping with people. Yeah. Shimmering Blue Water says there's a Japanese technique that says if the object doesn't make you feel good, throw it out. Yeah. I'm sure there's a fancy Japanese word for it, but yeah, I say the same thing too. Why be surrounded by stuff that doesn't make you feel good? Remove the stuff that doesn't make you feel good. You'll start to feel better. You know? Alrighty. So captured seconds. I've been wanting to schedule with you for a long time. Okay. I don't know if you have already, but if you haven't, what's stopping you? See, here's the cool thing too. When you're on the mailing list, you know how to get in direct touch with me. And I've said this many times, but I'll say it again. If you're on the mailing list and you don't find a scheduled time for a consultation that works for you, you get in touch with me and we will find one. Okay? Now, Gail has got some good stuff to share. So before I sign off in about 2 minutes, I want to make sure. Gail is saying, woohoo! I love a woohoo. File emptied for shredding event. Goal, emptied file cabinet, discarded. Free up the floor space. Boom. Check out what you did. And we haven't even been hanging out here for like an hour. You know? Now, Captured Seconds says, oops, it totally scooted away. You've never talked about scheduling with you as much as today, so I took it as a sign to just do it. Perfect. You know what? I don't often spend a lot of time with that, mainly because sometimes I don't have any consultation or some scheduling availability. So I'm not about to tell you about something that you can't get, you know? But, okay, gotta go, strong silver soul sister, I gotta go too, you know? But yes, 10-year slog here. Okay, Jen, let's not make it a slog. I really don't like a slog. How can we make it more fun? If you're slogging along, yeah, it feels like, I don't know, you're in like a swamp. No, let's go cruising along like a road trip. Put on the music, have the snacks, have a map, have a strategy. Be excited about what you're doing and enjoy the drive. Okay? I love it. Kat has got their laundry folded and put away. Mars did it, signed up for a consult. Rice Paper is loving decluttering. I love it. Yeah, I love that. Very cool, people. Thank you for saying it's a great live. I am hoping that it's okay. Sounds good. Thank you for another motivating live. All right, Vicky, let's do this. Let's everybody who signed up. Again, destinationdecluttered.com is my website. You can sign up for a consultation for coaching and decide if it's right for you. If it is, great. If it's not, that's also great. because you know that I'm here doing this. Now, will I be doing this for the rest of my life? I don't know. Maybe. So catch me while I am doing this. If you're thinking, I don't know about coaching, that's freaking me out, just follow my TikTok page. If you want to know when my TikTok lives are, you sign up for my mailing list, and then you get access to the schedule. Okay? So all sorts of little baby steps. They're all baby steps you can do to move one step closer to your destination decluttered. Okay? Now that sounds like a good time to wrap up. I don't hear the roofer. I don't know if my husband's home, but I gotta take a shower and fold some laundry, and I gotta go outside because I'm freezing cold. Okay? I will see you tomorrow when I do a TikTok live. If you want to know when that is, get on the mailing list, okay? DestinationDecluttered.com. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.